Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 2 speed build, and welcome to the first video on the channel in 2022. So yeah, it has been a while since I've uploaded. I think the last video I did was on like Christmas Eve or something, where I actually built the exterior for these townhouses that I'm going to be furnishing. So yeah, this is, like I said, a Sims 2 video, and it's actually going to be a not 3-part thing, but yeah, I guess it's kind of like 3 parts, because there was the exterior video that went up on Christmas Eve. Then we're doing the first townhouse in this video, and then we're actually going to be doing another one of the townhouses in another video. So if you guys missed the video that went up on Christmas Eve, I'll leave a link to it on the screen and in the description, to kind of just explain a little bit more about what these townhouses are, and where they are in my custom neighborhood, because yeah, they are in my custom neighborhood, so they're in Greenwood Valley, and they're supposed to be a little bit more rundown, a little bit on the cheaper side to live in. They're supposed to be in the industrial area, so they're not supposed to be super fancy and high end, if that makes sense. But because it's me and I physically just can't build, or I can't furnish in that style, especially not in The Sims 2, I tend to go a little bit overboard with cluttering and personalization when I build. This build was no different. I did go a little bit overboard, so it doesn't look as cheap and budget as I would have liked it to, but oh well, I can't build that way. I don't know why, I just end up forgetting that I'm supposed to kind of be on a budget, and then I just go crazy with furnishing and decorating. So yeah, but anyway, I'll leave that video up on the screen, because I'm not going to be explaining the whole thought process behind these apartments, or behind these townhouses, but basically there are 3 of them. They're all on one lot, and they will actually function as apartments. So each townhouse will function as its own separate apartment, so Sims can move in, they can rent the place, and they'll pay weekly rent instead of paying bills. So I figured that would be the best way of doing something like this, because your Sims will pay rent instead of bills, and it kind of makes it seem like they're actually renting the place, they didn't go ahead and buy this townhouse, they're just renting it from someone else. So all of the townhouses actually have the same kitchen counters, the same fridge, and the same stove in all 3 of them. They also all have the same bathroom things, so the plumbing and counters and all of that stuff in all of the bathrooms are the same. And then they also all have the exact same flooring and wallpapers throughout the townhouses. They actually all have carpet throughout the whole place, apart from the kitchens and the bathrooms, which I kind of hated doing that, because I really hate when living rooms and dining rooms and stuff have carpets in them. It's just because where I live, we never have carpets. You might have carpets in a bedroom sometimes, but most of the time all of the flooring where I live is either tile or wood. But yeah, so I really hated putting carpet everywhere. I don't know, it felt right for these kinds of townhouses that I was going for. I wanted them to look a little bit more dated, and for some reason when I see carpets throughout the place, I immediately think it's kind of dated. That's just me though. I mean, yeah, it looked weird, especially with the color carpet that I went for and everything like that. It kind of looked very I guess plain, or I don't know if plain is the word, but yeah, everything looks very I guess plain, a little bit more drab, I guess I could say, with the wallpaper actually matching the color of the carpet and all of that stuff. It was very drab looking, and that's kind of what I was going for. So yeah, that's basically the whole apartment. Now there's one that we're working on right now, that we're working on this video, I guess I should say, is actually for a family of 5 Sims. I have already created them for my neighborhood, and they're a couple of parents. 2 parents, 2 twin child boys, and then a little toddler boy as well. So there's quite a big family living in this townhouse. It's a 3-bedroom and 2-bathroom townhouse. So yeah, it's definitely the biggest family. The other one that I'm going to be furnishing will actually be for a pair of siblings, so a brother and a sister. But yeah, we'll talk about that one when we get to it eventually in that video. But yeah, so that's basically everything I had to say about this apartment, or like, I keep calling it an apartment because it technically functions as an apartment, but it's technically a townhouse. But anyway, I keep going off topic and forgetting what I actually wanted to mention. But that's basically everything I have to tell you about this townhouse, because you can see everything that I'm doing and I don't really need to explain everything that I'm doing as I'm doing it. But yeah, so because this is my first video of the year and because I haven't posted a video in like 2 weeks, I figured I should probably tell you guys what has been going on, because I've kind of just dropped off the face of like everything for the past like 2 weeks, apart from Instagram, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah, so forgive me if the rest of this voiceover is a little bit rambly and all over the place. If you're not interested in any of my like real life updates or, you know, channel updates or anything like that, and you're strictly just here to hear me talk about the build and the actual video, then feel free to just mute my audio and like play some of your own music or something in the background. But I'll probably be like rambling about real life stuff for the rest of this video, and like channel updates and all of that stuff. So stick around if that's something that you want to hear more about. But basically, I haven't been posting on YouTube because I've kind of been, I don't want to say like on a break or like burnt out, because I don't think I'm burnt out. I just think that I'm a little like overwhelmed at the moment, because there are a lot of things that have been going on like IRL for me, like family wise, and we had a really big health scare with my dad a couple of weeks ago that I did actually make 2 community posts about, updating you guys about that. He's totally fine now, so don't worry. But yeah, we had a really big health scare with my dad and with me as well, kind of, that I didn't tell anyone about. But yeah, I haven't been feeling great, so I haven't really been sleeping all that well. And I've just decided to change up a lot of my like habits and a lot of my, yeah, just habits and routines and all of that stuff all at once, which probably wasn't the best idea. But I'm someone that when I want to do something, I want to do everything all at once, and that's not the best way of trying to do stuff. Like, it's just not. I mean, your brain gets so overwhelmed and it feels like, you know, you're trying to do too much all at once, and then you just freak out and then you stop doing all of it, and that's just the end of it. But this time around, I'm trying to take things a little bit slower, and there's also a bunch of like health stuff and like diagnoses and stuff that we're looking into that I'm not going to go into detail about in this video, because I have talked about it a little bit over on Twitter. If you don't follow me over on Twitter, then my Twitter is always linked in the description, because Twitter always gets all of these like updates and just all news like related things. Twitter and Instagram always gets them first. So I'll go into that in just a second, because my Instagram actually won't be, I mean, Instagram, I'm all over the place. I need to just shut up and like breathe for a second and just start all of this again, because I am so all over the place and so nervous right now sitting here and doing this voiceover, because I'm so out of practice. But basically, to start from the beginning again, I've just been taking a little bit of a break from basically all things gaming. I haven't really been simming or playing any sims or building or anything like that for a couple of weeks now. It's only been like the half of like last week, like the latter half of last week, that I actually even opened my game again for the first time in like forever. But basically, I've been taking a little bit of a break from making videos and content creation, like mostly in general, because like I said, I've been changing up a lot of things. I've been trying to pay more attention to my routines and habits, and trying to get into a better routine and try and work on some healthier habits where a lot of things are concerned for me, like IRL. So I've been trying to do that. And I've also been spending a lot more time on just finding out what really makes me happy. And that sounds so like random to say and kind of cliche, but not in the sense that gaming or like simming doesn't make me happy, because it really, really does. I love my channel. I love all of you guys. And I will never stop making videos, because really this is like one of the big things in my life that I love with all of my heart. But I have gotten a little bit burnt out with just focusing on The Sims and just focusing on gaming. So I've been trying to figure out what are the other things that I really love that I can do more of, you know, whether that's in my own free time, whether that's like sharing it with others or whatever. And I've just been trying to pay attention to that and try and figure out what that is, because honestly, I've been so focused on The Sims and just gaming in general and my channel for so long that I've kind of forgotten what other things there are that I actually enjoy and that actually makes me happy. So I've been trying to focus on that a little bit more. Obviously on my family with everything that's going on, I've been focusing on that. I've been focusing on like trying to get into a better routine and just overall paying attention to myself and trying to get a little bit healthier, because I really need to. There are a lot of like health related things that I really need to pay better attention to that I just haven't been doing. And I don't know, it really recently hit me that I really need to start paying attention to some things and looking into certain things and trying to find out, you know, what's actually going on, because I really need to do that. I really do. And that's why making videos has taken a little bit of a back seat. And also, I've promised myself that this year is the year that I'm actually going to focus on quality over quantity when it comes to videos. So I'm not going to set myself a schedule for now. I'll probably end up changing that later on in the year when I get into a better flow of things and I get other things in my life sorted out. Then I'll probably go back to having a schedule and all of that stuff. But for now, I'm just trying to focus on actually doing. There are certain things that I really want to get done this year, and like my save file for The Sims 4, and I really want to make progress on my custom neighborhood for The Sims 2 as well. So I have a bunch of things that I want to do, but I'm trying to work on finding a healthy way of getting everything done without working myself into the ground and without like getting completely overwhelmed with everything that I want to do, and without trying to do everything all at once. I'm trying to find a way of pacing myself, if that makes sense, and like working on things when I want to work on them and when I can give you guys the best possible like version of what I want to do, if that makes sense. So I want to focus on the quality of the things that I'm putting out rather than focusing on, you know, I have to have a set number of videos every week and they have to go up at this time and they can't be late, and you know, all of those things that I usually would focus on. So yeah, that's why videos are going to be a little bit slower. I'm trying to, like I said, focus on a bunch of different things and change up a bunch of different things. So yeah, that's definitely what's been going on. And if you follow me over on Twitter and all of those places, then you already know all of this. But if you don't, and this is the first time you're hearing of it, sorry that this has been such a ramble. But also something that I wanted to mention in regards to my Instagram is something that I actually talked about in the first video of this, like, I guess, mini-series, I guess you could say. But yeah, so the first video I actually mentioned the fact that I got a Kindle for Christmas. And if you guys know me, if you've been around for a while, you know that I love reading. And my Kindle has just made it so much easier to read and to read all of the books that I previously couldn't get my hands on just because of where I live and, you know, all of that stuff. So I've been reading a lot, and I've decided that I'm going to be turning my Instagram into a bookstagram. So basically what that means is I'm only going to be posting like real life stuff, so like real life posts, all of that stuff, and then book related things. So it's going to steer away from being gaming related. I'm not going to be posting any like gaming stuff or sim stuff or anything like that on my Instagram anymore. I might post the occasional like story update, you know, if there's something really big going on with the franchise that I just have to talk about on Instagram as well, then I'll do it. But most of my content over on Instagram is now going to be book focused, like books and real life. I've shared some things with my bullet journal as well, so I'm going to be sharing, you know, each month as I do my bullet journal spreads for the month. I'm going to be taking pictures of them and sharing them over on Instagram. If you guys want to go ahead and follow along, maybe you do bullet journaling or all of that stuff, I'm still trying to figure out, everything that I'm going to post on Instagram. It's still like a learning curve for me because I'm not used to sharing anything other than like gaming stuff online. I'm not used to posting anything else, so it's definitely it's definitely out of my comfort zone, and actually putting my thoughts into words in regard to like books and stuff like that has been really challenging for me so far, but I'm getting there. I'm like working on it, and I'm actually really enjoying doing something other than The Sims. I'm really enjoying focusing on something other than gaming related things because it's out of my comfort zone, and I think I really needed that. It's something that I really need to do this year, is like step out of my comfort zone a little bit and do things that are a little bit more challenging and a little bit different than what I do on a regular day-to-day basis, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and follow my Instagram, if you're into reading or anything like that, then my Instagram is always linked in the description. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, like I said, sorry that it's been so rambly. But if you did, give the video a like, and if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But I hope you're all having a great day and a great start to your year, and I'll talk to you in my very next video. Bye everyone!
What's it like to be the one that he turns to when he's out of answers? What's it like to be the one that he comes to when he wants to dance? And I wonder what's that like? I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name, and I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same, and I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I've got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. What's it like to hold his hand when he tells you that you're all he wants?